Welcome back, strangers. I'm Ethan with The Strangest. In 1991, a man vanished after telling his family he was going on a business trip. Then, in 2021, a car pulled up to his old home and dropped him off wearing the same clothes he disappeared in. The man had no idea where he'd been all these years, but in his pocket they found his old ID card from before he disappeared and the train ticket he had purchased for the business trip. What happened to this poor man for the 30 years he was missing? Play intro. That's a good one. Vasile Gorgos was a cattle seller from rural Romania who lived in the countryside. He often went on business trips to various cities in Romania to sell his cattle, but these trips usually only lasted a few days. In 1991, 63-year-old Vasile began planning another business trip. He bought himself the usual train ticket, and he told his wife and kids he'll be back in a few days. That was the last time he was seen for over 30 years. His family reported his mysterious disappearance to police, but nothing ever came of it. Eventually they assumed the worst and held a memorial service in his honor, believing he may have been the victim of foul play. In August of 2021, a strange car stopped in front of Vasile's old home and dropped off the 93-year-old man in the same clothes he was last seen wearing 30 years earlier. The car disappeared as quickly as it came, and no one was able to recall a plate number or description of the driver. Neighbors were shocked at what they saw. No one else got out of the vehicle. They simply abandoned the old man. Fortunately, his family still lived in the old home and was able to take him inside and care for him. In his pocket, they found his old ID card and the train ticket he had purchased for the business trip they had vanished from. Overall, Vasile looked great for his age. He was in good health, clean, and well-kempt. The man had been well taken care of all these years. The only issues he seems to be having are neurological in nature. Vasile remembers his family and his past life, but he has no idea what happened to him over the past 30 years or where he's been. When asked by reporters and family where he was all these years, he replied candidly, "I was home." That's all he's been able to say. Strangers, what do you think happened to Vasile for the 30 years he was missing? We discussed this story in our first live stream back this year, and we came up with 3 theories. Let us know which one you think it was. The best explanation I've heard is that he probably did have like a secret family somewhere else, and he ran off with them, and then his Alzheimer's got in such bad shape they didn't want to deal with him anymore.
That's the first thing that came to mind. Obviously, he was taken care of, so I mean, it doesn't sound like he was ever hurting for food or anything, so like he was probably comfortable. But it's just surreal to think someone just disappears and then comes back like nothing ever happened, wearing the same clothes. It's like, holding on to the same clothes, like that's kind of weird. Did he think that far ahead?
I don't know, and the train ticket and everything, like were you just planning like, maybe I'll just show up and just act like something, and just play dumb, and then like a few days turn into a few weeks turn into a few years, and he's finally like, oh man, these people aren't taking care of me. I'm going back to my real family.
Yeah, that doesn't, like, that's it. I can't imagine anyone thinking that far ahead. So what if Trench is right? What if it is aliens? He got abducted. He has been taken care of all this time. The only clothes he had was that set of clothes because that's what he got abducted in. And they gave him dementia so he couldn't tell his family about it.
And he just got Men in Black and then sent back.
Yeah, I mean, that makes more sense to me than a guy thinking that far ahead and spending 30 years away from his family. Or he did something terrible and he went to jail.
Oh, wow. That's also true.
That would explain the clothes and the train ticket. Because I assume they would hold on to that.
Yeah, because you'd get your stuff back when you're leaving. So
maybe he just didn't want to admit to his family why he spent 30 years in prison.
What if he just killed a guy, got picked up, served a 30-year sentence, and then just came home?
Yeah. Maybe he got let out because of the dementia.
Damn. That's a good theory. I'm going to put that in the theories part.
Case solved. I think that, like, I don't know if that's been mentioned in there, but I think that makes the most logical sense now that I think about it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to go get a job as a detective.
Which of the theories do you think it was? Did he run off with his new family, and he eventually started to decline mentally, and they dropped him off with his old family to be taken care of? Or was he arrested and put into prison for 30 years for an unknown crime? Or was it, of course, aliens? It always has to be aliens. What else could explain a 30-year difference with him wearing the same clothes, having the ID card, and the train ticket? He was just popped out of the countryside before he could board the train, or maybe right when he got off. I'm not sure. But thanks for watching, strangers. Let us know your theories in the comments below. And check out our live streams. This came from our first live stream back. We've been doing it every other Sunday, along with releasing a new video on the days we don't stream, on the Sundays we don't stream. And we've been releasing shorts. We're trying to put some content out there and have some more fun with the channel again. So please help us out and leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, stay strange.